Your secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays, kids more worried about the.
What's going on, you golden stars? This is your black friend Austin White here. We're going to be talking about a podcast about Valor. We're going to be discussing a few topics. Jackson has all the topics, so we're just going to let him open up the topics, and then we'll all discuss it individually or together, however the topic is brought up and however that goes down. So go ahead, Jackson.
What's up, guys?
Whenever you
My name
start
is
up.
Jack, and I do like your Golden Stars thing that you got going on here, Austin. That's it's quite beautiful, quite sentimental. But yeah. Anyway, we're just going to be talking about a couple things here, guys. Austin has failed to do this on his own channel, so we're going to be talking about what is Team Valor. What is it? What are we looking at here? Where did this come from? How did it all start? The beginning of it all. So basically, Team Valor. Before I talk about Team Valor, let's talk about how it was before this community about 6, 7 months ago, right around the beginning of Ghost, towards the later end of it. We were in our separate teams, separate organizations. My name is Jack. I run an organization called Cinch Gaming. We were pretty successful, up until we went to a couple lands, including a couple majors. Placed pretty well, and we were kind of the staple in the community, so to speak, for all these guys. We were looked up to by them, and so everyone was trying to do what we were trying to do. Right? They were trying to match their rosters to beat us, this, and this, or whatever. And we were all kind of divided. I had my own team. I competed on it for a while. Austin had his own team with Mystic. Actually, had a couple teams: Mystic Black, Mystic Purple. You guys know about this. You visited the channel before. Um, and then we met some different guys. We met a guy named James. We met a guy named Adam. They had their own respective teams, and we were like, towards the end of Ghost, we kind of separated. We kind of moved off into different areas, and I retired for a little while, and just moved back to my owner's chair and let my brother kind of take over the team. And then about a month or so goes by. Austin, would you say? How long was it until I came back to the scene? It wasn't too long.
I I say a little bit before December because I do remember actually, or I kind of think it'd be before my birthday, so just a little bit before December. If not, then it
Yeah.
was in December is when things
Yeah, so
started taking
probably about a
place.
month,
So
maybe a month and 2 weeks around there. And anyway, we have a friend named Adam. If you're watching this, Adam, shout out to you. You're a cool guy. Anyway, so with Adam, he had started an organization called Dauntless, and he was looking for different players, to kind of bring it in. And he started talking to me because he wanted me to come back and play with him. He wanted Austin to come back and play with him. Try and create this team. I really wasn't interested in coming back and playing, but I told him I would think about maybe a management position. And he said, we had talked for about a week or so, and then he came up to me. He's like, "Hey man, I want you to run it. I want you to take over and do your thing." And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And so my new vision for Dauntless was a brand new team name, and it was to the meaning means something, right? So Team Valor. What do you think of when you think of Valor? You think of a movie, maybe Active Valor. You think of some people think of like medieval knights and stuff like that. Fighting for their queen, their king. It's basically what it is. It's bravery, it's courage in the face of adversity, and that's basically what we had gone through for about the past 6 or 7 months. It's constant adversity, constant drama, this, that, roster change here. This person said this person said that on Twitter, whatever. It was constant adversity, and so what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring everyone together. Um, there's a saying, an old quote. It's like, "Oh, divide and conquer," but it was kind of like divided we fall type of thing. Other than us, because Nemesis Gaming, we were pretty successful. We were doing very well, but everyone else just was not getting it. We couldn't bring them up with us, and that's what we wanted to do. And that's whenever I befriended Austin. Probably what? Dang, Austin, how long was it ago that I befriended you? How long do you think?
Long ass time.
Yeah, it was a while. Eight
let's see,
months
before
before the summer.
Anaheim, yeah, it was before the summer. I know, is that? Let's see here. I say a good
Eight
solid
months.
eight,
I was not on the team at the moment. I know that
maybe
I'd
nine.
left.
Yeah, it had been a while. So, but me and Austin were trying to get some stuff going, and I was always trying to bring him up, bring Adam up, bring James up, all these different people, and and it just wasn't happening for whatever reason. This happened, and X led to Y, and so on and so forth. And so I was like, you know what? Let's bring everyone together. United we stand. Team Valor. Be in the face of adversity, in the face of difficulties, we will triumph. We will do our very best to make sure we can make it. In this community, man, it's a hard fought battle. Battle, no matter what you do. It's hard to get exposure. It's hard to get into the limelight. But we were able to. What I was bringing, the message I was giving to everyone was like, hey, let's bring all of our talents together. I'm good at this. James, you're good at running tournaments. Austin, you're just a great up guy. You give us great exposure on YouTube. You give us great exposure in your streams, and you know what you're doing, even though you don't think you do. We'll talk about that later. But I just want to kind of bring us all together, and then go forth from that. So that's what Team Valor is. That's what Team Valor encompasses. And today we'll be talking about some of the different teams a little bit. I'm gonna ask these guys a couple questions. Even though I'm the guest on the show, I'm going to ask them a couple things. Put them on the spot a little bit. Just just a tad bit. Is there
Well,
anything you guys want to say before we get into some of these topics here?
prayers.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm just gonna let all you guys know that are watching this. He's gonna set me up. I can already see this right now. I promise you I don't know what he's about to ask me or what he's going to say to me, but I can guarantee you he's gonna put me in the worst little situation
Just
ever.
just just
Go ahead.
just a couple
I'm
things,
done.
man. It's not too bad on today's episode, but don't you worry. Next week, this was kind of on the spot, kind of out of nowhere. But next week, I'll have a couple doozies for you. Don't you worry. But
It's gonna
it
be
is Lucas, man. You're being quiet. Come on, project. Look into the camera.
What?
Come on, man. You're being.
look,
What's
look,
up?
dude. I said prayers. Okay, that's all I had. Prayers.
All right, man. Okay, so here, just a couple things I want to talk on. Uh, Austin. So they've heard the names in the beginning of this video, but they may not know who they are. Some of your subscribers. Obviously you have me, Lucas, James, Adam, but your other subscribers, they don't know who these guys are. I haven't really heard you talk about them too much on your channel. Who is James and who is Adam? Go ahead. Who are they?
all right. So James, that is God, GAWD. That's kind of like his unique way of going with his brand. Really great guy. He's been around. I've known him since Ghost, and I've had not really like a tight relationship with him, but back in Mystic, whenever him along with Joey, CJ, and what do they have? Stomper at the time.
Yeah, yeah, they did. They
I
did.
think they had right. So that was the old Mystic Black. I don't think I ever did a video about that, and I do believe I was on Twitter, but I don't really remember. Actually, yeah, I do remember because they made a Twitter account at Mystic_Black. So yeah, I was active
Link
on
in the
Twitter.
description, guys, to follow all of us. By the
Um.
way, make sure you do that. Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got you.
Appreciate it, brother.
Don't worry. Like this podcast playlist is definitely gonna have everything in the description. So just check that out. Everything will be there. But I've known them since they were the Mystic Black team. They were really good, and I think were they under Mystic Black for I say a week,
It's
two
a
weeks
while.
maybe, and then they moved on to Jackson's organization Nemesis. But I didn't really start. I didn't know them as much. I only knew Joey, which is effects. I talked to him just a little bit at a time here and there. I was actually a pretty awful owner, not gonna lie. But they moved on to Nemesis because that's just what they wanted to do. I started getting a better relationship with all the people there, not just Jackson and his brother, but and of course James. That's who we're talking about right now. So James, um, I got into. I'm skipping a little bit because there's a lot of story, but I got into it. I joined Silver, Nemesis Silver, and I wanted to pick up James on that team, but however, others felt that it wouldn't work out. So I kind of went with the flow there. I trusted everyone's word on that, and I started building a better relationship with James. And we had a lot of personal conversations. I'm not going to say those, but we did, and that's how I know James. We moved through Ghosts, and where they were the Nation team. They moved on to be the Nation team, and I still had a solid relationship with him. He ended up doing some things. I can't really quote it. I don't want to touch anyone's personal feelings here. So, I kind of moved away from him. I didn't want to be a part of what he was, doing for himself. So, but now me and James are cool. With this new organization that we've brought on, well, really James, or not James, but Adam and Jackson here, what they've brought on, we set out when we first started off that we're gonna put away all past you know issues that we've had with each other, and we're all willing to put that down, and not forget about it, just move on from it basically. So that's who James is. That's James God. I don't know his last name. You might see that in the future. I don't know what kind of brand he's trying to put out for
Yeah,
himself,
yeah.
but that's James. Really solid guy. Good to work with.
He's cool for the
Really
most
glad to
part. And
be
then
in an
we got
organization with him.
sorry, Roger. We got Adam, right? Adam's a pretty cool guy. He's a pretty cool dude. Like I said, he started up Dauntless. I knew him back before. He was on a team called Rays. Kind of weird. Phase Rays, whatever. But he was on that team, and we played pretty close against him for a long while. He was just a nice guy, and we just kind of got along. And throughout Ghost, I knew him. I got to become better friends with him. Fortunately, 'cause, he's one of the most down to earth people. I think I can honestly say. And he's got a good mind. He's got a great attitude. I mean, this guy is never sad. He's never upset. He's always positive thinking, forward thinking. Let's get it done. That type of thing. That's kind of both of them. But basically, we just have a couple questions over here, Austin. A couple things. Then I want to get Lucas involved too.
Nice.
I want to get
Austin,
Lucas over
It's
here. Then we
Austin just
gotta.
wants the pressure taken off of him, dude.
It's not even pressure. And I want to say one thing before. And also, I noticed you were kind of doing this in the beginning. You don't want to step on anybody's toes. Um, that doesn't matter because when it comes down to it, it's our show, and what we say is our own opinions and of no one else's. So, let's not be afraid to step on a couple toes and cost people out. I think in the future, whenever we start talking a little bit more about some different people, some different things, we shouldn't be afraid to speak our mind. But
So basically, we
what's up?
don't give a fuck.
There you go. There you go. You said here. I wasn't sure if we were going to go the cursing route. If we are, then I have quite a few things to say later on. But anyway, so Austin, we've talked a little bit about, you've talked about Mystic. You talked about that before in your past videos. You talked about what purple is. You didn't really touch on black too much, but you talked about Mystic. Everything's been Mystic. And now we're moving on to Valor. What was it like for you? And I know what it was like. Because we've had these conversations plenty of times. Believe me, many conversations. What was it like to move from your pure like embodiment of Mystic, creating that and putting it into what it was, into kind of putting that on the back burner, letting that go, put it under the rug, and going into Valor. What is that for you?
Well, to be honest with you, dude, like you said, we've had this conversation multiple times. But whenever I first made the transition, um, it felt really good. After I made my decision. This is not
Right.
before. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of flashback. But after I decided, to move on, once I was in Valor, things, I looked back and I was like, I was so stupid. And if I
Thank you.
wasn't stupid, it was because like
This sort of
there were so
yeah.
many opportunities for me to move on with Jackson, not just Valor. Valor was the first one that I really took off with. Like I said, I joined Nemesis Silver a long time ago.
For a
That
day.
didn't last very long at all. Yeah, it
Not
was
even.
it was 24 hours pretty much. Not even
I was
24
upset.
hours. Let's let's
When you
not
made a video in
okay,
the past
okay.
saying I'm sorry because of that. Okay,
He
move on.
did. I'm
Move on.
sorry, Jackson. I
It's
remember
still
it,
on the
dude.
channel. It's still on the
It,
channel.
it
I'll
was
put
it
it
was
down in the
very
description.
sentimental, man.
Okay.
I
But
do
look,
I do
it's
appreciate you for bringing that video. It made me feel kind of special. The videos made just for me. I had a little sad ambiance music in the background, but man, I couldn't believe that you left, man. That was
but think I
it's
would
crazy.
not be here if he had not came back.
And that's true.
I do. I do remember we had the Spanish one in was it third block, and man, we talked about it every day. When you coming back? When you coming back? When you coming back? Like,
What?
all
Wait,
right,
are you talking
all
about
right.
when I left and I wasn't there, bro?
I said that to you
Look,
multiple
look,
times as
I
well.
I left Mystic for a while,
We're getting
It's
there.
okay.
and
It happens.
the homie fucking
Yeah,
quit
let's do
talking
it.
to me. Like he'd walk into third block and would not fucking look at me.
Slow down on the F word, dog.
Man, how come you
I don't
wouldn't look
like
at
the
him,
F word on
Austin?
my
That's
channel.
not being a very good friend.
All
Calling you
right,
out.
okay. You know,
Like I would try to talk to him
when you
and he'd
first
just put
left,
his head
Lucas,
down. That's all. Hey Austin, head down.
when you first left, Lucas,
That's not being a
Austin, man,
very
I
good
like
I
duo, is
remember
it?
Austin, man, I like that shirt.
I
You
was a
know,
straight
he's
dick
like
to
he's
him.
walking into class like it's as soon as he hits the doorway, he's standing up. Austin, man, I like that shirt. He's got a hoodie on all of a sudden.
Look,
Teleports to him, hood up and everything.
Way to go, Austin. Way to go.
I was a straight dick to Lucas. I remember, dude. Like, he left Mystic. I was like,
And
I
Lucas
said,
came
this
back. We'll get to that in just a second. So, Austin, go ahead and finish up your thought, and then I want Lucas to touch on that as well. What it was like in his transition.
so we're back on like what it
You were,
felt
you were
like
finishing up your thought, then
transitioning.
Lucas interrupted you. Go ahead.
Yes.
All right. So basically, I wasn't doing things right in Mystic, and regardless of how many wrong things I did, I never, ever, 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 never I was like, I'm not doing it, dude. Like any other name is stupid to me. I thought Nemesis was
That
stupid.
hurt my
I
heart.
thought Dauntless was stupid. I thought Valor was stupid. I thought everything. I was like, man, I am retarded. All of those names are not even good at all. I'm never gonna join those. Like I'm sticking with
It
Mystic
was it
for the
was just
rest
a
of my
name
life.
thing,
Type of
right? Mostly.
yeah, it was the name. That's all it
That's
was.
such
It
a
was
petty
like
thing to not
I
join
like this
someone for.
name.
You know?
I know, dude. I understand now, but now that I sat down, actually, kind of like just laid in my bed multiple nights, just thinking of like, whenever like this kind of opportunity was brought up to me, and it took me a while to do it. Like I said, and I remember just in my bed at night, just thinking like, what if I did it? And so I finally approached Lucas and I said, dude, this is one of our better opportunities for us to make, and this is something that we should do. Just look where it could go. We can always go back to Mystic if we ever want to. That's something that's always going to be there. We're not going to just completely throw out the brand. So I approached Lucas with that kind of scenario. Like let's move on. It could create more things. And when I finally got out to Jackson, said that we're gonna do this. We talked. We
I
got
was
things done.
elated.
Things were
It was like a moment
settled.
of like it was like finally, like dear God, it took this man
Yeah.
damn near woman like 8 months. Because like since I met him, I knew I wanted to work with him because there's very few people you meet in this community that you're like, you know what, I genuinely want to work with that guy. You know, there are very few people who are like kind-hearted and that are like just straight up genuine. Like there's not a lot of like those real people. A lot of people are some people are fake. Some people just want to work their way up for themselves. But Austin he just wants to help people, and that's the same type of guy I am. So I was elated when he finally said, "You know what, Jackson, I'm down." I'm like, took you long enough, man. Like, dear Jesus. Okay, so Lucas, my man, we gotta get you more on this in this video here. So
Right.
Yeah,
yeah.
to
All right.
talk
So,
more.
what was your kind of thought process going, moving from Mystic to Valor and all of that, and your
Okay.
reaction when Austin told you, approached
Okay,
you
so
with
so
that situation?
basically everyone left. So me and the homie Austin just sitting here chilling. We're the only two members. I didn't know I didn't know what was about to happen, okay? And then I get a message from Jackson Wallace.
A.
And you told me the whole spill and you basically you want me to talk to Austin, try to get the idea into his head, promote it more, I guess. You'd already talked to him before and me and him had talked about it.
I had tried everything
But
else in that point, so Hail Mary.
but Austin, um I was kind of iffy about it because I didn't want to like Austin was always talking about how it was just mystic, 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 and he didn't want to do it, and I didn't want to like seem like I was
Like
making him
pressure
go
him
to
anyway.
Nemesis or anything. Yeah, like I didn't want to pressure him. I wanted him to make the decision on his own, and then of course I would follow. I didn't know y'all. I didn't know any of you peoples really.
I love you
all
now.
I knew was Austin.
All he knew was what team he was on with Austin. That was it, dude. This guy was like, every time I approached him with a roster change, it's whatever you want to do, dude. Like, he literally gave me no help. He's just, whatever you want to do, man. Like,
Okay,
it was so
I've
annoying.
helped more recently. Okay,
Recently, yes. Coming out of your little shy box on
my
Xbox
little shot.
now.
Look, man, I didn't know anyone. Uh,
You finally got on Twitter. You finally got a
my
Skype. You
the
started
picture in
talking
my
more,
head of
learned how to
Jackson
kick
was like a
checks.
puppeteer almost.
I am a puppeteer.
Like I thought of him as like almost like a manipulator. Not really in a bad way,
Like, okay, okay. Like that could
right?
be taken either way. A little bit.
Um, it could be taken either way. I didn't think you
Breaking
were a
it
bad
down.
person, but I didn't really know you. I didn't think you were the best fucking person either. But I had talked to you before, and I knew that you were good at getting into people's heads and stuff. so so I always
Man, you're
thought of you
making me sound like some
as
like
as
like
like a
Kevin
puppeteer,
Spacey
dude.
type of stuff from House of Cards or something, man.
I'm just telling you like that. That's how I thought of you before. I didn't like I said I didn't think of you in a bad way. I'm stuttering like a motherfucker, dude.
This makes me think of Get 'em Taken, man. You ever been mind fucked before? No. I'm mind fucking the
That
shit
F
out of
word,
you right
Austin.
now.
Yeah.
he,
Hey,
he's like,
we
you got a
can use
condom on right
this.
now?
We can use the word. We can use this word, but we're not gonna abuse the word. Okay, we're gonna try and avoid it the best we can. But if something comes down where we have to use it, we're gonna use it.
It's
Okay.
And
no worries,
so
man.
back, I knew that it would be a better decision to do it, but like you said, I didn't want to try to pressure Austin into doing it. Um, I really thought it'd be better if you were doing it because I knew you were better at that than Austin is. Not saying
True.
anything bad about Austin's.
Definitely true. I'm not good at running an organization. I can run a team. I'm not good at running an organization. I'm gonna turn off my. We're not playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, you're
So
gonna make the
so
electricity bill go up.
okay. Do you have anything else? Because as soon as you finish, I have a thought I want to throw in there.
Okay, go. I'm ready.
Okay. So all right. So you guys kind of sparked a little conversation in my own head here. What did you guys think of me? Because other people in our little community thought of me as some bad, awful person. Like that just kind of sits in the shadows. I didn't think that was true at all. And then now I'm being told I was like Kevin Spacey from House of Cards or something. What's going down here?
All right,
Like,
look,
what's
dude.
up?
I will tell you what happened. First time I ever heard you talk,
Let me
you
know.
left.
You're gonna
I
be
said,
honest with us.
damn, that guy's a good talker.
Okay.
That dude, that dude get in your head. And we were all talking. What was it? Me, you, Richard? Yeah, Austin. Wasn't it me, you, and Richard?
Yeah, whenever Jackson came in, he started. I think you were talking about. Was that like one of the first times he asked me to join
It was
Nitro?
the
And
first
out
time,
of
and he
like
talked to
12
all of
times,
us.
it was ridiculous.
He talked to all of us. There's a group of us in there, and I remember Richard. Of course, Richard wanted he was wanting to leave, and Richard was at a good spot. Richard was at a time he thought everything was great. We were having fun every day,
Yeah.
and he did not want anything to change.
He did not.
And when you came in, I want to say I remember him not liking you, but that's just because he felt as if you were trying to take Austin away.
Right.
Braden was in there, of course. In the end, we came to the decision we wanted Austin to do what was best for him. Um, I think I said, I always have something to fall back on. I'll just focus on college more. That was my thinking. Or I would keep on trying to do it. I wasn't going to do it with Braden because me and Braden weren't really that great of friends. And then Richard screams a lot. Although I teamed with him in
I
AW.
basically, I basically forced Braden into our little team or whatever. Cause like, I remember the first time I ever brought him on, and he was playing with Joseph. And if it weren't for Braden being in the party with Joseph, which Joseph was invited by Lucas, and we all had a ball. We started up Envy Clan. We were all
I
freaking
can't believe you
Envy
guys
thinking
called
that
Clan.
that
thinking that we
envy.
were
I
gonna
mean,
Envy
come
Clan.
on
thinking
now.
we were gonna go
Bro,
far.
when we changed the
Dude, we
name, we
didn't
changed it on the
know.
spot. It was me, Austin, and Will Brown, which is Mystic Spirit. I don't know if y'all know him or not, but
No, I don't.
we were all at Austin's house, and we were chilling, trying to learn how to play the fucking game because we sucked, and we were trying to do GBs and stuff. We were getting molested. day in, day out, every day.
Dude, I remember when we won our. I remember when I won my first GB with Will. Me and Braden were talking so much shit about you, Lucas. We're like, man, maybe Lucas is the reason why we lose so much.
You and Brandon?
Braden outraged.
Look, man, Braden can talk shit all he wants.
Dude, this is when it first happened, dog. I'm talking about Will went so freaking massive that game. We played, and I was just like, let's
Will
go! Just
Will probably
screaming,
cared.
dude. Oh, I just unplugged
It's
my
it's
ear.
crazy. Will could be so good, but that's okay because he has other interests. That's fine.
Other
I
interests
love him
make
to
that it makes
death.
that sound like drugs and alcohol, strippers and GTA type of activities.
Um, he's not no pimp.
He's not no pimp. I still on this call? You guys hear me? All right, you two. We're having some difficulties here. I'll try and cut this out unless we just get back into the call immediately. I'm trying to get back into the call. I don't feel this connection. Oh, we're connecting back.
Okay, we're good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yo,
we hear
hello.
you now, man. I probably
Okay,
called.
What's the last
sorry.
thing you heard, dude?
Um, I unplugged my Ethernet cord, and we were talking about Will could be so good.
Anyways, Will could be so good, but like I said, he doesn't play with us anymore. Um, but yeah, back to what we were talking about. First time I talked to Jackson, I didn't really talk that much, to be honest. I probably said like 4 words. Austin wanted me to talk because Austin feels like I have the capability to talk to someone like Jackson just because I'm smarter than Austin. That's what he
That's a
thinks.
whole other topic.
Was
That's,
what are you saying? Was fool? You all hate it when I hate it whenever you think I have some type of smartness. I am
Look, man,
stupid.
I said okay. Fuck you. Be quiet. I'm talking.
dude, I just love the fact that like I'm being personified as this puppeteer, master manipulator, which in a way I was. I was very
Like,
good at it.
yeah, like
I
that's the
still
way
am.
we thought of you, and I thought of you like a Slenderman looking person. Okay,
Okay, I
suit
do
and
not look
all.
like Slender Man. I'll throw that
I
out
mean,
there.
you had a face, but I mean, suit, the little shadow things that come off the bottom of his feet, whatever. They don't come off the bottom of his feet. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. I hear you. I hear
So,
you.
so yeah, that's just how we seen Jackson. We
Okay. I only got a couple more questions, Austin. I'm not sure how long the video is right now, how long you want to keep going. But
oh, we ain't stopping.
Well,
oh
let's
man,
We
I'm
stretch
ain't
it
down to
out.
keep
stopping.
it
Let's
going.
stretch
Okay,
it
so I got
out.
a couple things here. Ah, Austin, my man, my friend. You addressed it briefly in
Yeah.
one of your Q&A videos. I want you kind of see if you can discuss a little bit more in detail. Uh, uh, what,
You know what this
why am
is,
I
dude?
your boss, Austin?
Oh,
Damn, homie caught off guard.
I, th- I thought it was
Don't
gonna
worry,
be
I got
something
you.
else. Oh
I got you.
God.
Don't worry about it.
I can't believe like you're actually like asking me
Because
this
it's true.
question because this is this is so funny. All right, so even back in Ghost, I think I can recall all the way back to Ghost to be like I look up to you like you're my boss because like everything that I kind of did was like always influenced by Jackson and I always wanted to like do something for Jackson like not be like when I say for Jackson, I mean like I always wanted to be like, Jackson, guess what? I turned Mystic into a pro team for you, man. I did it. I finally did it, dude. Like I wanted to say something like that to him. So like always looked up to him like he was my boss figure. And I know every single time I talked to him about something that I was doing with Mystic, I knew it brought like a level of depression to you. Just
Oh
admit
my
it right
God, you
now.
guys have
Like
no idea.
I
Oh,
know you
yeah,
would
and
put your
here's the
input,
thing,
but
man,
you
because
just
like you would talk
like
to me about something, and then all your players would too.
and you,
I'd get messages. I get stuff from Kilo. I get stuff from Richard. I get stuff from Joey at the time. I got stuff from everyone, man.
I
And they
was
were,
low key.
back in the day, Frieza, CJ, all those guys. They were all like, Jackson, what should we do this and that? I'm like, okay, and I gave my input to everyone and told them all what to do. And then like I just wait a week, and then Austin had put in what I had assigned. It was awesome. It was kind of like putting in homework for you guys to do. Carry on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, he basically said it himself. Like, like I said, he gave me assignments to do, and I did them, and I always looked up to him like he was kind of like that boss figure in my life, and that's when everything started getting well. Not really. That's not when they started, but that's kind of like when they were reaching almost a prime point. I say right now we're at a prime point where he is my boss because now technically I can say he
Damn
is
right.
my
Don't you
boss,
forget it.
and I know you're gonna give me a lot of shit for that too, and it's gonna get rough. And I know right now it's not even rough; it's just now starting, and this is
Yeah, man. Like,
horrible because it's just like getting to the point to where like, so Austin, I'm your boss. Do this now, or you're fired, type stuff. But I don't know. It's getting to that kind of point. So that's kind of how I've always looked up to you, kind of like how you're that boss figure because now really you are.
appreciate that, man.
Because,
Like,
of
and it
course
was
you
kind
own
of like we would
Valor.
have long talks about, what you should do with this, and that, and I would tell you what to do, and you wouldn't do it for this long or whatever. And then 3 weeks later, you'd end up doing it. Like, Jackson, I had to do it. I'm like, dude, I told you to do this 3 weeks ago. Like, we could have had this problem done. Like dropping this person or moving this person to that roster or whatever. And then you're like, oh, but I want to give him a chance this and here. And I'm like, man, sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and do it. You know?
Hey, I have a question.
What's up, man?
So what'd y'all say when he dropped me? Cause I know the homie talked to you about that.
Oh, drop. Oh, dude, he was depressed. He was like, Austin was like, man, I didn't want to do it. It was like, he's like, I didn't want to do it. For the longest time, we would talk and I'd be like, Lucas, you want to do this with me? And he'd be like, man, no, just if you want to drop me, drop me. And then Austin would be like, man, I don't want to drop you. And then he'd be like, man, do what you want. Like, you just kind of like you. Austin described it to me as you wanting him to pull the trigger. Like, you weren't
See,
going to leave on your own accord. You know what I mean?
that's what he always says. He's like, man, I feel like you're just about to leave, or you want me to drop. And I was like I wanted him to know, cause I knew that I was not performing like I needed to.
Right.
And I guess Austin's
Still thinks he's not good.
shut the fuck up, man. So Austin's thoughts were, hey, we can grow as a team, we'll get better. My thoughts were Austin's wanting to do something, I'm not performing, um, and like I felt like he wanted to drop me sometimes, and so I wanted him to know that I would still be his friend even if he dropped me. Like he thought if he dropped me, he would be dead to me. Like
Yeah,
I would
like
change
that.
my
That's
class
the way he.
schedule so
That's
I
the
would
way he
not
kind
be
of
with
put it
him.
off towards me. He was like, if I drop him, I lose a friend and stuff like that. I'm like, no, he's still you're gonna be your buddy, and I would tell him this. Would I not? I would.
Like he dropped
Yeah.
me, and the next day at school, I talked to him. What's up?
Yeah, like it is what it is, and that. But now, we're at a point in time where all these different things have happened. It's kind of like a domino effect. We're here where we are now. We're in a great place. We got some exciting rosters coming up. I can't wait to see what new fresh talent we had because before in Valor we wanted to go with everyone from the old community kind of bring together their talents, that sort of thing. Some people just aren't up to it. They could be watching this video right now. It is what it is, guys. They had their opportunity. They shit the bed. It's what it is. It's not just because of performance or whatever. It has a lot to do with attitude. It has a lot to do with maturity. It has a lot to do with doing what you're supposed to do and not griping like a little bitch. That's what it is. So, um, there's some people who do it right, and that's why they're still here. We can't make an argument for a person we had to release today, but that's a whole other topic, and that had nothing to do with attitude. He seemed like he was doing everything well, and this is for Trace, in case he's watching it too. He did everything right. For the most part, it was just, it just wasn't working out. The schedules weren't happening, and at the end of the day, it is a business, and sometimes you just have to, like I said, bite the bullet and just do it. Just sorry, man. Better luck next time. I know it's annoying, but sometimes you have to make those type of decisions. Which is why Austin would come to me with these decisions and want to talk to me about them, right? Because he would be like, I can't pull the trigger. I need you to talk me into pulling the trigger. I talked him into pulling the trigger. He didn't pull it. And so, we are where we are now.
I feel like he wanted to drop me like a good 50 times before he finally did. Like
Oh,
I could
yes,
I could
he
tell,
did.
dude.
He was like, but I don't want to give him the satisfaction of like me pulling the trigger because he
That's what
wanted
he
me
always said.
to.
He always said, "Look, man, I ain't gonna drop you because I know you want to get dropped."
Yeah, he
being
would
on
do it.
this
He's like,
team
I'm not getting the
forever.
satisfaction of this. Not happening. Yeah,
And
it was great.
He'd always be like, "I can leave. I've done it before."
Yeah, like
dude, I fuck with him all the time. I'm like, dude, if you don't do this, I'm out. I've done it before.
No, no. And like back whenever we were still playing Ghost, you were just like, Austin? Like you didn't even have to say it and I knew right in my head like he's about to do it. And you just start laughing, just be like, Austin, I'll do it. I'm just like, no, no. Like
yeah. I got with skills and stuff like back in Ghost, we were playing. I didn't really know you too much, Lucas. And like before, because we
I
didn't really talk.
remember
But
we played one day in eights, and I said,
you're about to tell me sovereign, aren't you?
"What?"
what?
You're about to talk about sovereign domination, aren't you?
No, I'm about to.
That's what you're gonna
I'm
tell me?
about to talk about fucking freight domination when I set up top Brown. I think. Yeah, top
Yeah.
Brown. I said top Brown with an AR, and Jackson's like, "You should switch to being an AR."
Well, dude,
That was like
you
the
were
only time
dominating.
I ever talked to him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess I just had a really good day because it didn't work out.
yeah.
It kind of did Sovereign Dom. I set Blue Street and I did all right, but I'm supposed to be an OBJ.
Yeah, see, people, with their roles, like we need to talk about roles for a second. Like people are like, oh, we need you to do this, this, and that. The kind of the way Call of Duty has evolved with Ghost and even now with Advanced
Hmm.
Warfare.
I want to
Everyone
touch on
has to
something.
be able to do pretty much everything, and you can have like different levels of objective. Like, hey, this is our main guy. Like, Lucas, you're gonna if you're alive in this situation, then you're gonna pull the flag, or you're gonna go for the ball and uplink. You can have, and then as you go down the line, okay, well, if Lucas died in that situation, it's gonna be Austin, or Freezer, whoever, you know. Um, there's some different stuff you can do with that, but people are like, oh, I don't want OBJs. I want Slayers, and this and that. It's like,
Right.
dude, some stuff with like these Slayers, like you see these free agent Slayers on Twitter, they call themselves free agent Slayers. Some of them aren't even half good, to be honest. They're just trash. They just put Slayer on there because they know it'll attract attention. But uh, usually, like a stereotypical Slayer is like a guy who thinks of himself as, the shit, the guy who is the best in the lobby at that entire time.
Let's give an example.
Okay, what's your example?
Should I say?
Or
So
do it.
anti, right?
Oh yeah, this bitch. He
Mm.
thinks he's the end all be all. And I'll say this about him: he's got good gun skill, right? He has promise. He has it there. But man, dude, he does not have the maturity, the patience, to make it where he needs to go. He's always looking for a shortcut, and that's not always going to be there. Like there's some certain shortcuts you could take to like, get yourself on a better team for this and that. But he always wants, as soon as he joins a team, within like a week or two, if you're not winning everything, then he's like, fuck it, and he just takes off. And that's
Well,
not what you need. You need stability. You need to grow yourself. Like with me and my team, we weren't the best individually, but we worked very well together. Like some of that has to do with our family. Some of that has to do with, a lot of it has to do with we worked on our problems. You know, we were a team for a year, and if we'd still been a team, it'd been like a year and a half up to this point. And you don't do that just from like winning everything because we lost a lot, especially in the beginning. But we worked on our mistakes. We took constructive criticism well, and we just kept working on it. We practice our weaknesses. If we played against you guys and some certain stuff, we'd say, okay, we're gonna play our weakest maps against you guys, and then we play our weakest maps against you guys, and figure out some stuff. A spawn in this situation, or a nade
Hmm.
spot here, this and that. And so we would play in our if we would for scrims, we'd play our weakest maps to get better at those against better teams. Because if you practice your good maps, what is that doing? I mean, yeah, you're getting your extra practice, but you really need to focus on your weaknesses and make them better. But at the same time, don't ignore your strengths either, and improve upon those and make those even better than what they were. So,
So
what's up?
what
be honest here.
no, wait,
Be
wait, wait,
honest
wait,
here.
wait, wait. What happened on that
I think I
what
know what you're
happened
gonna
on that
ask.
Octane Blitz that night?
Okay, first of all, the whole thing with the Octane Blitz, you have to remember, it was me and my brother Ranger, and then it was also like James and I don't even know some.
Well, James, he called you a
Dude, he
bitch.
he did awful that game. It was like James and I don't know, some other random guy, one of his friends or something, and we were playing against y'all's full squad or something.
It
You
was
guys,
me, Joey, Richie, Austin.
yeah, you guys did very well. Me and Carter did amazing. We like I think we both dropped 35, 40, and then James and his friend are shitting the bed over here. Like there's nothing I can do about him going 10 and 30 with no caps. There's nothing I can do. But if you guys want to talk about Octane Blitz, let's talk about the 7 Octane Doms. Let's talk about the Breakdown, the Copper
Oh,
Dom. Let's talk about the Warhawk Blitzes.
God.
I recall there was like a 35-3 score one time on the Blitz.
Oh
And
my
like the
God.
thing is, man, like I said, we practice our bad maps. We're like, okay, we need to practice Warhawk. So if we're gonna practice these guys, might as well we'll do our worst map. We drop 35
They suck
caps.
ass anyways.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I had to
They
convince my
slight.
teammates to scrim you guys because they were like, really?
I'll be
Don't we
honest with
have
you, dude.
don't we have a better use of our time?
I was pretty bad.
Oh
I
yeah,
had everything.
yeah. And Austin wasn't the best either at that certain time, and Joey certainly wasn't very inconsistent. And we all know Richie. Oh good lord, don't even get started on him and respawn. But uh, you know, uh, yeah, I would come to scrim you guys because I felt it would help you. Um, it's good practice. It is what it is. And we would every time we would search for scrims, we search for teams better than us because if we got our shit pushed in certain different areas, we know what we need to work on and what it's to fix. Because whenever we get to that land, that big tournament or that big online tournament for money or whatever, it's better to expose your weaknesses now and work on them than it is to get exposed. When there's money on the line or you're at a land at an event. So it we you just got to look at it. Winning is teaching, losing is learning. Rambo Ray, right? So you just adopt that philosophy and take it in. Don't take scrims. I mean, take scrims seriously and play and practice as hard as you can, but don't take them to heart. If you lose, like it's
Austin, learn how to take a loss, bitch.
oh, here we go. We gonna talk about those.
Alright, so basically, I can't take a loss. And I'll throw out an example because I just did it like not too long ago. Me and Lucas were playing at Dubs. Too bad I can't upload that video because we lost. It doesn't matter. I rage quit out the damn game like a little pussy. I turned off my Xbox. I made a tweet and said sorry for leaving. Like, so unprofessional. Learn how to take a loss, Austin.
Learn how
Next
to take a loss. Okay,
topic
so I have a
or
couple more
continue.
topics for you guys just to kind of finish out this video. And this is a question for both of you, and I want Lucas to start and then Austin to go second here.
Nice.
All right, Lucas, what makes you
Yes.
and Sir Austin White over here the duo? What makes you guys the partnership that is Skills and Golden?
Okay.
All right, let me
No,
start.
show,
Let me
I
start
said
off,
I
and
said
then you
start
can
with
finish.
Lucas.
No,
I'm
it's just
first,
one
man. Be
sentence.
quiet.
I know
Hey,
it's just.
hey,
I know
I
it's
don't
one
care.
sentence.
I don't care.
Like,
Like old married couple.
all right, go ahead.
Uh, okay. So basically, according to Austin, I am the perfect bait.
Well, that's one way to start it off.
Okay. Besides that, uh, I listen to Austin very well, I would think, and apparently that's something Austin likes. So he just calls out what to do, and I do it. If I die, I blame it on him. It's cool. I don't have to feel bad. He can feel bad. It's cool. I have a good sniper shot. Austin can't snipe for shit. He looks like Helen Keller trying to use a sniper.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. Awesome. Okay.
What
Give it
else? Austin uses an AR. I'm more of a sub person.
Okay.
Get melted either way.
you you sound like Karma right now. Why? I'm better than Haggy. I have won
Okay,
two
listen here.
championships.
I don't like when
Haggy
people call
has
him
won.
Maggie, man. I hate that. You don't know him. He's not your buddy. He's not your friend. Why do people start calling him Haggy?
Oh,
Just
Parasite.
call him
Sorry,
Chris.
Bro,
Chris,
Parasite's
Parasite.
Chris,
awesome.
Chris.
Chris
I don't care what
Duarte.
you
You
say.
can like
People
him.
hate on him all day.
I just
I
don't like
like him.
call them by their nicknames. Like, man, you don't know him. Like, come on.
All right. I called him Haggy at UMG
You did. I've
Nashville.
held my tongue for this long, but it's time to take a stand, Austin.
It is time for things to change.
Exactly. All right, so Austin, you want to answer your side of the question? What makes you guys the duo?
All right. Well, Yeah, I kind of want to just let Lucas answer. That's why I wanted to say my little quick little
All right,
two
let's say
cents.
what.
But
Say it.
so I'm gonna kind of elaborate from Lucas. Take my own little drive direction with this. I've known Lucas since sixth grade. All right. This guy invited me to his clan, and I'm sure you guys watched yesterday's video where I talked about how I got my gamer tag. And Lucas was a little bit upset about it because I didn't say enough about it. So I'm gonna I'm gonna say what he wanted to hear. And basically, I joined his clan, aka, like I said in the video, okay? If it wasn't for Lucas, I would not be playing Call of Duty right now. I want everyone in the world to know.
I want the world
Austin
to.
Douglas White, Golden A, whatever you know me by, Whitey Tidy, I would not be playing Call of
What?
Duty
Hold on.
if
Whitey
it
tighty?
was.
We can't just skip over that like that was nothing. Like,
I don't
hold up.
even know about
Sit
that,
back.
dude.
Let's talk
Where
about
did
this a
that
second.
come from?
Dude, I was just saying some crap, alright,
We're gonna
man?
revisit
Let me
that.
finish
Big,
my
big
retardedness.
kahuna
I
looking
know I'm
motherfucker,
stupid.
okay?
I know I'm stupid. I don't
Either
care.
way,
Okay,
plus your gamer
I say
tag,
I'm stupid every day.
dude. There would be spaces between the N and the A, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that looks stupid as shit.
I agree. I agree.
If it wasn't, look, if it wasn't for me joining AKA and the way my gamer tag was, we had X's in there like we were MLG Pro,
Dude, there was
but,
1, 2, 3, 4,
you
5,
know,
7 X's. 7 X's. What's up?
That is ridiculous, dude. If I okay, like back in Black Ops 1, if I saw a guy with a gamer tag with X's, I knew he was automatically awful.
I'm typing it in the message. I'll show you what mine used to be.
but if it wasn't for Lucas, letting me join his clan, I remember asking him, I was like, "Yo, can I join AKA?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I mean, I finally got the money to change my gamer tag. I changed my gamer tag on the spot because I just felt so official once I did it, man. And actually, to be honest with you, this is still Lucas's. Let him take 99.9% of the credit, but the other 0.1% of the credit was a good friend of my time a good friend of mine at the time was Braden Powell, and he said you should join our clan, and I ended up joining it, and things were good. I started playing Call of Duty a whole crap ton more. I didn't really. I mean, this is kind of like the beginning of whenever I started to move away from Gears of War. So, like I said, and then I had no choice but to put Golden A all together. So, because the way that it was, I didn't have any room to
Well,
space
I'm
it all
glad you
out.
didn't have any
So,
room because before that would look just awful. And I don't know if the viewers can see it in the chat right now, but uh,
I'll
I
try to
man,
sent
look
it to
dude,
Austin in our private, and just me and him.
that looks just straight awful.
Bro, look,
So
man, there
like,
was
Like the
there
AKA
gamer
was
tag.
Skills, AKA Biscuit, AKA Jelly, AKA Skittles,
Is
Smurf.
that where
AKA
skills
Smurf.
comes from?
I had to
Like
use a
Skittles?
Yeah,
zero.
cause no, I was always Skills. I had to be Skills because it would not fit, and I wanted a number because I'm a stupid little 4-year-old, and I wanted a fucking number. I wasn't really 4, and then I didn't have enough space to get all my X's in there if I didn't, do skills like that. So that's why I started doing that. I'll go ahead and tell you my first name. I remember my clan tag on one of the Halos being MB13 because I was about to be 13 and MB stood for Master Blaster. So my name was fucking Master
Master
Blaster.
Blaster.
All right.
Wow.
We just took a
We just
journey.
went down memory lane, didn't we?
Oh goodness. But yeah, that's how I got that. So shout out to my boy Lucas right here for getting me into Call of Duty. That's what he wants to hear. Um, I'm stupid. I forgot what topic we
Well,
were talking about.
it was the
So
whole thing
what
of
were we
like
talking about?
makes you guys a duo, and I just want to put a point here too. These guys fight like an old married
Yeah,
couple.
I've known him for
They
a
really
long
do. They feel
time.
like an old married couple all day. Like we'll be sitting there chilling in a Skype call, playing whatever, and they'll just be like, just nitpicking at each other, just nagging, and like, oh man, it's like going to my grandparents' house, but it's on Skype with you guys.
Bro, that
It's
ain't
funny.
cool.
No, it's funny as hell, man. 'Cause you guys will nag and nitpick at each other. It's great. One thing
We
you
just
guys
fuck
are
with each other.
exactly. All right, so Austin, unless you have any other topics, I have one last one to kind of round out the night here.
All right,
So
let's get it.
I think this will kind of finish up a good episode here. So Austin, my man.
Yep.
You
Yep.
kind of touched on this a little bit in your
This
Q&A
is it.
video. You know, you did
Great.
it just a tad bit. I was a little disappointed with the result, but
He didn't elaborate too well.
he did not elaborate too well, and I want to know a really good ass reason why the answer was not different. So, um, there was an chill out. There was an island question in your last Q&A video, and it was if you're alone, you know, on like a desert island type of thing, and you have one guy to be, you know, that duo, that guy with you, to go on that adventure, to escape, you know, to get out, to find food, whatever. Who would that be? And the choices were Adam, James, Lucas, or me. And homie over here, viewers, I just want to let you know that he picked Lucas over me, and I think that that was a crime against humanity, personally, entry type of thing. So I want to hear Austin's reasons for why I was not selected
It's for the duo.
to be on the extravagant adventure.
Listen, I'm a stupid little 17-year-old, so the first thing that I went to my head, well, like I said, I wanted Jackson and Lucas to be in the finals of that area, but you know the reason why I chose Lucas over Jackson, I didn't want to like really hurt anyone's feelings. I just went with a quick answer, and the only reason why is because Lucas could hunt, and I feel like if he was ever forced to pull the trigger, to hesitate, to kill something, he'd do it. And I said, even if it was me that he had to kill, I knew that he'd do
Hey,
something.
Lucas,
Okay, so
Yeah, dude.
I just want to let you know that if I had to answer this question, I'd pick you too. You and me, man. Because
Bro.
I'm just saying, because Austin over here, he really kind of hurt my feelings with that one, just because I am more than capable of pulling a trigger, as we have, you know, seen over the course of about the past 8 months with the things with missing.
so listen, this is a top secret right here. But the only reason why no one else knows is because Jackson he actually ended up killing somebody, and I'm not supposed to tell
And
this to anybody, but
it's still not
nobody will
gone
ever
through
find out
court.
because
No.
Jackson hid it.
I'm kidding, guys. I didn't kill anybody. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
But
maybe
no,
he did though. We're
actually I
just
didn't.
kidding about
You know, but
that.
you know, I can shoot a gun just as well as he can, and you know, I'm not no country boy or anything, but I can, you know, I know how to shoot. You guys ever like taken like a Sonic cup or something like that, throw it up in the air like with the bolt action and hit it like 5 or 6 times up in the air? Because I've done that. I'm just letting you know. So
I've never attempted that. I've done like skeet shooting where you know, shoot skeet with a shotgun.
see, you went another way with that in your mind, didn't you?
What do you
A
mean?
little bit. Little
Lucas, basically what he said is that he shot something in the air, and he just pulled the
Wait, what
bolt
was
and
that
kept
little
shooting
sound?
in the air all up.
Okay, so that was the whole island question. I felt kind of, you know, robbed and you
Look,
know,
man, I've hit a target at 300 yards. What's up?
301. Get on my level. No,
Okay, bro.
no,
No, 300
I don't know how
yards.
far. Uh,
Farthest I've ever
I'm
shot.
sure that you're a better shot than me. I haven't shot a gun in a while, but
Probably not. I get nervous and shit, bro. I start shaking. I'm like in the moment.
yeah. See,
Other
okay, so
day,
kind of talk about that. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, man. I just like to talk. So, um,
oh, that's cool.
okay, so going back through to like lands and events stuff like that, we would go and you know the pressure's on, right? You know, you worked your entire time to get ready for this, and you know you got your first match coming up, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like holding my controller, playing, do whatever. I'm cool, calm, collected. Dude,
Got the
I got Carter
jitters.
sitting next to me, homie shaking something fierce. Like his hands are like are fidgeting and stuff, and so it's Karen. I'm like, guys, chill out. It's okay. No big deal. And so I just want to point out that I am cool under pressure.
Look, I'm chill.
So
Like
was Lucas.
it's after.
After you
Like the
start freaking out,
the other
Oh
the
no!
other day. All right, the
Explain
other
it,
day
Lucas.
we're playing search on BioLab, and I get in a 1v4 situation. I'm talking Kilo, Richie, and Austin go down in the first 20 seconds
of
easy.
course they do because they're detriments, right?
Of course, because Austin sucks.
So I'm about to like. Oh no! Should like kick your ass up the call. Just kidding. Go ahead. Keep telling the
And
story.
so I'm sitting back in red, and I'm chill at the moment, and I kill a guy in red, and then another guy pushes me in red, and I kill him too, and then I start pushing out, and I go over to Snow Alley, and I think I killed another. No, I go back to where the ball respawns in uplink. I don't know what we call that. I'm stupid at the moment.
Biolab.
And up on
We're
AC,
on
over
Biolab.
there on top blue, a guy pushes me. I pull out my sniper. I snipe him. I've got the bomb down. I skipped that part that I put the bomb down, but I had the bomb down.
Okay,
I
good thing
run
to know
out.
you had the bomb down. Okay.
I snipe a kid, and then one more pushes me from behind him, and I pull out my bow, and me and this dude are playing peekaboo for a good 30 seconds. Probably not 30 seconds. It felt like forever, dude.
Peekaboo.
It was the longest gunfight I've seen.
And I wasn't even shooting that much. I finally hop up, and there's like 10 seconds left. He kills me. He doesn't get the bomb, though. He can't make it in time. We went around. Richard's screaming. I'm shaking like a motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. He's like,
Okay.
dude,
And
God.
I was cool until then. As
Eliminated.
soon as I died, I started shaking. And
Yeah.
at the end of that map, we lost in the end. And by the end, Austin's like, okay, everyone, first game jitters, all got that out of your system. Everyone's like, yeah, yeah. I'm back here. No, I'm still shaking.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. Well, that's pretty much all the topics I have for today. Austin, unless you guys have any questions for me, that's pretty much a wrap.
I got one.
What's up, man?
How did you see me in Ghost? Since I told you how I seen you.
Like in terms of like
Like, what did you think of me? Like, as a player, as a person, you didn't really talk to me that much.
okay,
I
as a
understand
person,
that.
I didn't really talk to you that much, but I talked to Austin a lot about you. He's always saying that you were a pretty chill guy, that you were cool, that you were one of his best friends. So, I took Austin's friendship seriously. And so when he tells me that he has another best friend, that he considers, at the top of the T, then I had respect for you because of that, because Austin's word means a lot to me, and I think my word means a lot to him. So, um, I held you in high regards to that. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that you were not the best player, but I felt like that there was some improvement, because like I saw gameplays where you didn't do the best, and then I saw stuff like you said that eights whenever we were playing off rate Dom, and I saw you just need to go off at certain points. So I knew that it was always there. I just knew that we had to find a way to kind of extrapolate that, kind of pull that out. So, um, I thought that I had the potential and that you could grow, but at the time, I mean, you weren't the best player, but I took because of Austin's word, I took you to be a pretty cool guy. So,
And then I got dropped,
and you got dropped.
and
Yeah.
I made my way back in. When I got back on, I told Austin that the whole time my plan was to get back in somehow. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, but I squeezed back in. I just convinced Austin one day to play with me, just out of the fucking blue,
Hmm.
and got back in.
There you go.
And then,
I told him we were gonna do this dubs PGL. He did it, and where we're at
oh,
today.
and one day he was
Valor.
like, "Man, why did me and you never play dubs?" I said, "Cause you thought I sucked. You played with Richard instead." He's like, "I
He
can't
did
believe
win a
it
he
took."
did he did win a tournament with Richard. I don't know how many people were in the tournament, but he did win a tournament with him.
Dude, me and Richard were talking about that there. We're like, man, we were so stupid for getting so hyped over that.
You guys
Bro,
got
me
hyped
and
up.
Kilo, I had
Crazy.
never talked to Kilo before, and me and him got in a S&D tournament and made it farther than Austin and Richard. Okay, never talked to the dude before,
Yeah, I know. So
and that's
happy.
because Kilo lagged out mid map.
Man, that's unfortunate.
His internet's better now.
That's good. So Austin, you have any questions or skills? You guys got any more questions, any more topics to talk about? Wrap this
Not
up.
really anything that like long topics we need to talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video, but basically, Jackson, I wanted to ask you if you were gonna be in the next episode. Um, quick question, just
Oh, of course,
yes
man.
or
I'm
no.
down to make this a weekly thing. 100%.
Alrighty, that's easy right there. Next one, guys, both of you. I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit of an outro for us. I wanted to figure something out for us. We don't have to do anything right now. I just wanted to have that in the air. That way we can be thinking about what we want to say whenever we're leaving out.
All right, I
I
got you.
think that was it right there. What do you got?
This can be an intro or an outro, but
Hey, dual
we
purpose.
need We need to make this a Tuesday series and got the club going up on a Tuesday. What's up?
All right, I'm down. Whatever,
All right.
man. It
Tuesday.
works.
Tuesdays. Although this is going to be coming out on
Of
a
course.
Friday,
This is going on
but from
Friday.
now on, it'll be Tuesday. So that means we got to get another one of these in, which is easy because we talk every night for like, 12 hours. Like it's a school night, and I'm over here up at 5 in the morning. I got to get up in an hour and a half because you two fuckers want to talk all night.
Yeah, man. But here's the thing, though. I kind of like doing it on Thursday and up into Friday, just because I don't have a Friday class, so it makes it really simple just to kind of stay up on a Thursday.
Right.
I don't
Well, I
know.
mean, we can just talk.
We can always record them on a
It can be
Thursday. Of
recorded. Yeah, it can be recorded earlier or,
course.
yeah. I mean, it's 4 a.m. right now.
Yeah,
Go
guys,
tomorrow.
we're gonna have
What's up?
plenty of topics next week. Don't worry. I'm gonna put Austin on the spot. It's gonna be great. You guys are gonna love it.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
dude, I
I
got some
can't
Ask
wait.
FM shit for you. I'm about to blow your mind.
Right. Well, unless you guys have anything else to talk about, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Get this over.
I just want to say
real
at the very
quick.
end, guys, thank you very
Um,
much for watching. I look forward to doing this more in the future. If you guys have any questions for us, Austin's going to link down our ask.fms in the bottom as well, in the description. Twitters, all
Twitters.
that good stuff. So feel free to ask us questions about some stuff you'd like to see, some different topics maybe that you'd like us to talk about, and maybe we can make this into something bigger than what we want. So just hit us up, guys. Just let us know, and we'll move forward from there. Appreciate it.
Anything, Lucas?
Real quick, Jackson, I think Austin has some things he's supposed to add at the end of this.
Technically, he is.
All right. I'm
He's
going
gonna
to.
he's gonna fulfill it for
Just
the
waiting
first
on you
time.
guys to stop talking.
In about a month. So
Look, man,
Right.
later is better than never. I don't think I said that correctly. Better late than never. Bam, what's up?
you got it, man. You're educated.
All right, outro, go.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say thanks for you guys who actually do stick around and watch the whole video. I know this is a bit of a longer video, but this is a
bit of a
podcast.
longer.
It's supposed to be
A
longer.
bit.
Tad.
Okay. All right. Just a smidge. All right. Smidge and a half.
Schmeckle.
Okay.
See.
Right. But like I said, bit of a longer video. It's a podcast, so it should be. I just want to say thanks for the ones that stick around and watch the whole video. And if you do stick around and watch the whole video, leave a link or not a link. I'm stuttering a little bit. I need to slow down. Comment down in the down below. Say I made it all the way through. Tweet us on Twitter if you want to. Say I made it all the way through. That means a lot. Watching the entire video. There's a lot of YouTubers, or not YouTubers, but like YouTube viewers that are kind of like what we call like the clickers. They just click on the video and that's it. They don't do anything. That gives us a view. We appreciate that, but that's not the kind of support that we're looking for. So I just want to say thanks to the ones that stuck it all the way through. Whenever I first joined Valor, one of the first things that we got established was that we wanted exposure. Well, Jack wanted exposure for the organization.
Indeed.
That's definitely something we're going to create on my channel. So expect something on my channel, in the future now, that's going to have stuff to do with Valor. So, more things with Valor. I just repeated myself twice. But I could really create something special here for me personally. I can help grow the brand. That's one of the main things that I want to seek out for. With this, I want to create exposure for myself, for anything that I'm a part of, which of course that's Valor in this case. So I want you guys to be looking at the description. Everything is going to be there. Links to the Twitter page. Our personal one, the at Team Valor one, our tournament page. We host daily tournaments on there. We have a league coming up. More info. That could be a different podcast topic that we talk about in the future. And I just wanted to let you guys know that this is an opportunity for me personally, and expect to see Valor a lot more in my videos. I don't have anything else to say anymore, unless you guys do.
Bye, guys.
Speak
Thanks
now.
for watching.
I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. Yep. Lucas, anything? All right, guys. Stay golden in YouTube. Peace out.
Lift your head up to the sky. Take a deeper breath and give it sign. You can walk the path along the lines with your shattered frame of mind.